Hello guys, welcome to EduMedia GH. In today's video, we're going to continue with the teacher licensure questions and answers. Okay, welcome once again to this video. Today, I have 5 subjective practical questions, so let's just get started. Alright, so the first question here is this. Now, a tank is 2/3 full. After drawing off 120 liters, it is just 1/4 full. What is the capacity of the tank? Alright, so the answer is here. And then this is what we have here. So from the question, is a tank is 2/3 full. So we are looking for the capacity of the tank. Alright, so as at the moment we don't know the capacity. So we indicate the capacity of the tank with the letter X here. So showing that so let X equals full capacity of the tank. That's the full capacity of the tank. Alright, so the question said 2/3 full. Okay, 2/3 of the full capacity. Okay, so they've given us 2/3 of the full capacity. So we already know when the tank is full, that is for the variable X. So 2/3 full will mean that 2/3 X. Alright, and then the question also gave us that after drawing 120 liters, the tank is just 1/4 full. Alright, so 1/4 of full, that is what we already know the full capacity to be X. So that is 1/4 full will mean 1/4X. Alright, so the X here denotes the full capacity of the tank. Alright, so to form the equation here, the tank we take the 2/3 X. When we take out 120 liters, alright, it says the tank is 2/3 full. After taking out 120 liters from this 2/3 full, then the remaining is 1/4 X. Alright, that is what this whole statement means. So this is our new equation here. So 2/3x minus 120 equals to 1/4 X. Alright, so with this grouping the like terms, I would like to group the like terms before I do the elimination of the denominators. So 2/3 X, alright, minus 1/4X. That's bringing this 1/4 here, bringing it to the left side of the equal sign, so that makes it negative. So 1 minus 1/4x, and then sending the 120 negative 120 liters, sending it to the right side of the equal sign, that makes it positive. So we bring that here and we get a positive figure. All right, so we finish grouping the like terms. So now the next thing we do is to multiply through by the LCM. All right, and then the LCM here, that the least common multiple here is 12. All right, so multiple of 3 and multiple of 4, so that gives us 12. So multiplying through the LCM, that is 12 here. So 12 times 2/3 X here minus 12 times 1/4 X equals to 12 times 120. So when we do that, all right, so we multiply through by the LCM, the same as here, and then we get 8x, because 3 will cancel itself 1 and go into 12 4 times. All right, so 4 here times the 2x, that gives us 8x, and then here to 4 will go into itself 1, and then I'm going to 12 3 times, so that is 3 here. So 3 times 1x, so that is 3x, also 1440. All right, so that is 12 times 120, giving us 1440. So 8x minus the 3x, that gives us 5x. So we now have 5x equals to 1440. So dividing through by 5, and then so that we can get our x to stand alone, that will give us x to be 288 liters. All right, so since we already denoted here the variable s indicate full capacity of the tank, it means that the full capacity of the tank is 288 liters. All right, So in other way around, if we want to get the test to see what our answer is correct, when we do it 2/3 of 288 liters and we subtract 120 from it, we should get a similar answer as 1/4 of 288 liters. All right, that's what we do. So this is it. We first of all try to express this whole question in an equation form. So when we express it, that is when we can group the items and then multiply through by the LCM, and then we continue to get our x. All right, so this is the first stage, that when you get right, then you're able to get the answer right. But if you get this stage wrong, then your answer might be very wrong. All right, so you have to be careful with this forming of this equation. First of all, I have to identify what I don't know. That is the capacity of the tank. That is what I don't know, and that's what I'm looking for. So that is what I identify with the variable x. All right, so with that, we go ahead to find it. So our x is 288 liters. All right, so the next question. The next question said, find the difference between the sum of 2 whole number 3/8 and 3 whole number 1/6 with their difference. All right, so this is what we have here. So this find the difference between. Now the first aspect is the sum of this. Okay, the sum of this with their difference. All right, so I'm going to look for the sum of this first. After that, then I look for the difference of that as well. Then the answers from both sides, the sum and then the difference. I now look for the difference of those answers. All right, that's what this question is saying. Okay, so looking for the sum of these two. All right, so we take it 2 whole number 3/8 plus 3 whole number 1/6. Okay, so converting these to these are mixed fractions. So converting them to improper fractions, we get 19/8 plus 19/6. All right, that's 8 times 2 here plus 3, and then 6 times 3 here plus 1. That gives us the 19. All right, so we look for the LCM here. That's the 24, 8, and 6 being the least common multiple of 8 and 6. That's 24. Okay, so 8 into 24, now whatever we get times 19 will give us the 57, and then also 6 into 24 times whatever that we get also times 19 will give us the 76 here. So 57 plus them 76 will give us 133 here. All right, so that is what we have there. Okay, so I think that is it. All right, I think let me just do this here. When we got here, I said 8 will go into 24, so you have to do that. So I think 8 goes into 24, that is 3 times. So 8 going here into 24, that's 3 times. So 3 times this 19 is what gives us the 57. All right, that's what gives us the 57. Okay, so 6 also goes into the 24 here also, that's 4 times, and then the 4 times, so 6 here, so 6 goes here 4 times, and then the 4 times 19. All right, so here you have 19 times 4 here, and here we have 3 times 19. Okay, so 3 times 19 will give us this. Okay, that gives us 57, and 19 times 4, that gives us the 76. All right, I hope you guys get this. So after that, we add the 57 plus the 76, and then we get 133 over 24. That is from doing the sum, adding these two figures, that is this and this. When we add the two, then we get 133 over 24. Now let's look for the difference between these two numbers. All right, because that's what the question says. We should look for the sum and look for the difference. After that, then we look for the difference of the answers. All right, so looking for the difference also, we take it 2 whole number 3/8 minus 3 whole number 1/6, and then the same process, we move on with the same process. And the only difference is that when we get here 57 and 76, we will only subtract. All right, we are not going to add because this is a difference, so we only subtract. So that's where the difference is between this side and this side. So when we subtract that, then we are getting negative 19 over 24. All right, so from the difference, the answer is this, negative 19 over 24, whilst from the sum, the answer is this, 133 over 24. All right, so after doing the two, then we now come to this place. We now come to this aspect of the question, the difference between the sum and then the difference. Okay, so we now come there, take the answers, this answer which is from here, and then this answer which is also from here. All right, so we have this. Now we are taking the difference of them. So 133 divided by 24 minus negative 19 over 24. All right, so since there's a negative here and this is also a negative here, then it becomes a plus, so that is what gives us the plus here. So 133 divided by 24 plus 19 over 24. All right, and then we get 152 over 24. Okay, then reducing this figure here, we get 19 over 3. All right, that's 152 divided by 24. All right, so when we reduce it, we get 19 over 3. Now this is an improper fraction. Since the question began with misfractions, so we also have to leave our answer in a misfraction. So we leave it here by converting this improper fraction to the misfraction. That is 3 times 6 given us 18. Yeah, 18 plus the 1 here, that's the 19, that's over 3. All right, so this is our answer. So here it's about the understanding of the question. Okay, the question said difference between the sum of these two numbers with their difference. So these two numbers with their difference. Okay, so you find the sum and then you also find their difference, and then you now find the difference of their answers. All right, that's what the question is asking for. Now the third question is here. The third question says 11 more than 2 times Joanna's age is equal to 59. How old is Joanna? All right, so the answer is here. So 11 more than 2 times Joanna's age is equal to 59. How old is Joanna? Now just the same as the first question that we did when that was about the capacity of the tank. We don't know Joanna's age. All right, and that is what we are looking for. So I use a variable here, x, to indicate Joanna's age. All right, since I don't know it. Now let me see. I'm now going to form equation around this variable. Okay, now the question said 11 more than, so I know that 11 is increasing something. Okay, a number is being increased by 11. So 11 more than 2 times Joanna's age. So they are saying 2 times Joanna's age. So since I've already said x is Joanna's age, 2 times x. Okay, so 11 plus 2 times x, that's 11 times 2 times Joanna's age. Okay, is equal to 59. So that is the 59 that we have here. All right, so we can now form our equation. So we now have our 2x. Then when we group the like terms, 2x equals 59 minus 11, because the 11 will move to the right side of the equals sign, so you can say negative figure, and then 2s equals 48. That's when we take the 11 from the 59, you get 48. Dividing through by 2 because we want x. So when you divide through by 2, then our x is now 24. All right, x is now 24. So the next question here, find the area of the shaded portion. So I have one diagram here and another diagram here. Here this is a rectangle here with a triangle in it, and then here a triangle here with a rectangle here with a rectangle in it. So the question is to find the area, the shaded portion of these two figures. Okay, now let's look at this first one here. Now this first one here, what we do is, Now you know very well that the area of a rectangle is length times breadth. Okay, the length here and then the breadth here. Okay, so you know very well that is the formula for finding the area of a rectangle. Okay, so all that we have to do is then to take our 8 centimeters, which is given to us here, 8 centimeters, and then our breadth, which is 7 centimeters. So the breadth is 7 centimeters. Okay, so 8 centimeters times 7 centimeters, that gives us 56 centimeters squared. Since it's an area, it's going to be in square, so 56 centimeters square. All right, now the next thing we're going to do is to look for the area of triangle. Okay, this triangle that is in it. Okay, and the area of the triangle, the formula is half times breadth times height, half times base times height. Okay, so the base here, so half times base times height. All right, so you know very well that our height is here, that is 3 centimeters. Okay, now for us to figure out which of these is the base, we have to make sure we locate our 90 degrees somewhere here. Okay, so the area facing the 90 degrees is the hypothesis, so that is our hypothesis. So therefore it means that this here, the 4 here, becomes our base. Okay, that is the base. All right, so half times base times height, so the 4 is our base and now the 3 is our height, so half times 4 times 3, and then the solution, the answer there is 6 centimeters squared. All right, since that it's also in area, it is it is with squared. Okay, it will be in squared. All right, now this here we can just look for the area of the rectangle and stop there. We'd have to look for the area of the triangle here and subtract it from the area of the rectangle, because this triangle here is also occupying a portion. Okay, it's occupying a portion of the rectangle. Okay, so we want the area of the rectangle itself, that's the shaded portion. Okay, so area of the shaded portion is now going to be the area of the rectangle, this whole thing, minus the area of the triangle here inside here. Yes, so area of the shaded portion is 56 centimeters squared minus area area of the triangle, which is 6 centimeters squared, and then the area of the shaded portion now is 50 centimeters squared. All right, so it's 50 centimeters squared. That is our answer here. Okay, so the next diagram here, also I think also similar to the first one. Also, okay, first one here we have a triangle and then the rectangle is in the triangle. Okay, so we have to look for the area of the shaded portion. Okay, so the same way we did the previous question, we're going to look for the area of the triangle itself, then we now look for the area of the rectangle and then subtract it from the area of the triangle. Okay, so the area of this whole thing will be well, after getting that, then you should understand that this rectangle is in the triangle. Okay, so it's also taking another area. So to get the actual area of the shaded portion, we need to take out this this rectangle. All right, so area of the rectangle, as you've seen in the previous solution, is half times base times height. All right, so to locate our base here, also we said we should look for our 90, the angle 90 here, so it is here, angle 90 is here, so this means that this is our base, and then this is our height. So the height is 8 centimeters and the base is 12 centimeters. Okay, so it means that the area of triangle is going to be half times 12 centimeters times 8 centimeters, and when we put this into the calculator, we get 48 centimeters squared. All right, so that is the area of the this triangle. Now the area of the rectangle here that we're going to look for is length times breadth. All right, we saw that also in the previous question. So length times breadth. So the length here is 5 centimeters, and then the breadth here is 3 centimeters. So it's going to be 5 centimeters times 3 centimeters. All right, so putting that together, we get 15 centimeters squared as the area of the rectangle. All right, now to get the area of the shaded portion, all that we need to do is to take the area of the triangle and then we subtract the area of the rectangle from it. Okay, so we have area of the triangle to be 48 centimeters squared, and then minus area of the rectangle, which is 15 centimeters squared, and then our answer is 33 centimeters squared. All right, so this is our answer here. Okay, so all right guys, so this is the end of today's video. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumb up. Please, if you did not understand any part of this video, this solution that I did here, if you think I've moved too fast, please put it in the comment box below. I will attend to it as soon as possible. All right, okay, so have a wonderful day.